No, but honestly, seriously, please give another massive round of applause for these guys. Please. Because that took fucking balls. Seriously, to be able to do stand-up in English for the first time. I was talking to him before and he was like, no, never done it before. Never in English. I'm like, good for you! Thank you! And also, give yourselves a massive round of applause because I applied to all the different cities I was stopping at saying, would you like an Australian stand-up comedian? And they all went, you can come to Russian stand-up. This is the only place that said, yes, we'll give it a shot. Fuck it if it doesn't work. So please, give yourselves a big round of applause for coming. Now, let's start. So, I am from Australia. Yes. Which means you probably won't understand everything I say because I won't say it with an American accent. My question to you is, who here has ever actually met an Australian? Yeah? Alright, nice. And the rest of you haven't. Okay, so, I'm going to ask a question here. I just want you to yell out the answers. What the fuck do you know about Australia? What do you know? Kangaroos. What else? Spiders. Snow? There was snow in Australia? Then why the fuck did I come to Russia? It's not real snow. What else? What? Mates. Mates. We have mates. Yes. What else? You have a boyfriend from Australia? Ex-boyfriend. Oh. Good for you, ex. Smart move. Alright. Honey, don't listen to her. Alright? Don't listen to her. Alright? Ex is not good. Well done. Okay. So, yeah. But they're all the typical answers. Like, it's really strange being an Australian, even in Moscow, which has 16 million people. The moment someone says, they ask me, Откуда? And I go, Australia. I've literally had a scenario in front of a shopping centre where the guy asked me this, and when I said Australia, he ran away. And then he came back with his friend, and he was like, Australia. And his friend went, whoa. Yes, you may touch the shoes, but nothing above the ankles, for I am sacred and exotic. It's very strange. But there are a lot of dangerous animals in Australia, and that's usually what people remember the first. The spiders, the crocodiles, and then they go to the cute and fuzzies. Yeah, your koala, your kangaroo, you've got wombats. They're bastards also, okay? If the Bible had been written in Australia, it would be called The Bible, Hunger Games Edition. Edited by Charles Darwin. Survival of the fittest, motherfucker. Because everything there can freaking kill you. And even the cute and fuzzies. Now, it's a strange thing when people think of Australia, they must think that we're wearing grass skirts, running along beaches with palm trees, beer in one hand, punching kangaroos in the other, going, I'm living in fucking paradise! Yes! Now, to set the record straight, I haven't punched a kangaroo since I was a child. I did it once, because he was a bastard. They all are. See, my family, we were taking a holiday at Christmas and New Year's, which in Australia is summer. So we're in a national park camping. And over there, the people like to feed the animals, because they want to bring them close and take photos. Yeah. And I was eating a sandwich, and this kangaroo, a young kangaroo, comes up to me. And I looked over, oh no, that's cute. And the kangaroo goes, no, this is my sandwich. And it was a sausage sandwich, right? With sausages in it. And I thought, well, one, you're a wild animal, we shouldn't feed you. 2, you're a fucking vegetarian. 3, I'm hungry. Piss off. And after my explanation, the kangaroo went and smacked me across the head. Because it turns out they naturally can box. So I smacked the kangaroo back. Then he hit me, and I hit him. And it's going back and forth. The thing is, kangaroos can flip their head back. So I'm missing, and I go, screw this, I'm going to tackle the little prick. And I go in, and I kid you not, the kangaroo sidesteps and grabs me in a headlock. So I'm there, and then the kangaroo starts uppercutting me. And I'm there like an angry girl going, like a Pez dispenser. My head now is flipping back. I thought, screw this, I'm punching him in the stomach. Nothing is working. Finally, I come up, because I've played way too much Street Fighter computer games. I came up with an uppercut, and I finally clocked him in the jaw, and the kangaroo just steps back with this look of like, what the fuck? And then it went. Fuck! And at that point, it jumps back on its tail, and it comes up with both feet to kick me. Now, if any of you know anything about kangaroos, that is fucking dangerous. For two reasons. One, they can hop at about 60 kilometers an hour. So when they kick you with those 2 feet, it's like getting hit by a car. Secondly, they've got claws on their feet. Because when the men fight each other, they try to shake. At this point, my father... Oh yeah, did I mention my whole family was watching this and doing nothing? Yeah. At this point, my father decides, whoa, this is enough. Not before. Now. He's like, no, I might want grandkids. So he's gone to kick the kangaroo, the kangaroo's gone piss-bolting away. And I'm like, set up the sandwiches, son of a bitch! And I look over at my family, and there's my dad standing, my mother is sitting, and there's my sister. And my mother is there going... Now, the sandwich I was eating is a chorizo sandwich, which is a Spanish sausage, because my family's actually from Spain. I'm actually of Spanish background. Oh, hey. Thank you. And you thought that was good. My full name is David Munoz Fernando. And every guy now is just single. Shit. I'm kidding. Okay, so, at this point, I looked around and I'm like, what the fuck was that? What did you... I'm like, I'm sorry. We didn't know whether to stop the fight and take a photo. It'd be so great to send it back to Spain, you know, our son fighting a kangaroo. And I'm like, did you at least get a good photo? No, we forgot the camera. Here's another chorizo sandwich. There's a family of kangaroos over there. Your father will take care of the camera this time. Go. So yeah, that was my little experience with a kangaroo. The other one is with a koala. Now, who thinks koalas are gorgeous? Who thinks they're cute, fuzzy? Who here wants to hold a koala? Who here wants to hold one and pet it and spread? Yeah, idiots. All right, I'll explain to you why. Because I was in a zoo once, and they have this option. The zookeeper stands there with a koala, and he says, "Who wants to hold a koala?" And there was a group of Japanese tourists that just shrugged up. And they showed up, and they're like, "Hey!" And there's one particular Japanese girl, she's bouncing. Ka-pum, 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 hey! Zookeeper notices her and goes, "Oh yeah." The koala notices her and goes, So she comes up, and he gives her the koala. Now the thing is, koalas climb trees. They can sleep while holding onto a tree, so they're very muscular, and they've got sharp claws. So he gives the koala to the Japanese girl, and he goes one hand behind the back, and the other hand goes, and that's the sound it makes. Because koalas are nature's lead singers of death metal bands during mating season. Their literal mating call is it's the freakiest thing. Try sleeping in a national park without going up above you. You thought having neighbours who have sex was bad. That's worse. And at this point, the poor Japanese girl is having her breasts squeezed like hell. And she's going, but there are cameras. And fuck it, this is a great moment for Instagram. So she ain't giving up. And she's just smiling there going, go away. And they take a million shots. And she's trying to do the whole... And at this point, the zookeeper's like, yeah, that's enough. So he's grabbing the koala and he starts pulling it off. But the koala doesn't want to let go. It's like going, fuck off, mate. Get your own perky set of tits. These ones are mine. Finally reefs it off. And the best part, he goes, who else would like a photo with a koala? At this point, every Japanese person or something goes, yeah. And he goes, yes, sir. Would you like to take a photo with a thing? The guy with the camera goes, no, I must change role in camera, film. And the zookeeper goes, wait, isn't that digital? So, yeah, the animals in Australia are just insane. But you get used to it. You grow up with this. Eventually you get to the point, like I said, my family's from Spain. And in the beginning, yeah, when we first arrived, everything scared the crap out of us. But later on, like one day I came home with my sister on a bicycle. We pull into the driveway after school, and there is a big brown snake. One of the top 5 most deadliest snakes in the world is in our driveway. We're just like, shit. We go, Mom! My mother comes out and she goes, ooh, yeah. And she walks away. Great parenting, Mum. Awesome. But she comes back with a shovel. And at this point, she's just very casually, just like, flips it around, walks up, just goes, not my children! And slices it with a side, decapitates the snake without hesitation, flicks the head in one direction, the body in the other, because Australian animals are unpredictable, you don't know, maybe it's back Terminator 2 sort of style. Flicks the damn thing away and goes, peanut butter sandwich? Okay, cool. So, this is Australia. Like, don't be afraid of it, you eventually get used to it, but yes, everything can kill you. Now, in Australia, another thing we really like is drinking. The word alcoholic does not exist in our culture. You're just Australian. That's us. And the thing that's different between here, here in Russia and Australia is, in Australia, you're allowed to have 0.05 alcohol and drive. Yeah. You can have a beer about every hour and you can drive home. Because if they took that away, Australians would be like, fuck it, the economy's gonna tank. Because that's how we keep the economy floating, is drinking beer. But they try to help us out. The government, there's a really cool thing where they actually installed these breathalyzers in every pub. So what you did was, you would go in and you have your dollar coin, because we have dollar coins, and you put it in and you put it in a clean straw and you blow into it. And it tells you what your alcohol level is. So you can go, I've got a bit too much. Okay, I won't drink for another hour and a half and then I'll test it again. Right? Great idea. Except, it doesn't really work with Australians. Because that night, oh yes, everyone was using that machine. There was a massive line all the way out the door. Because we're all playing a game. Who has the highest content? By the end of it, I remember I rocked up, I just went 0.175. Fuck you, John, beat that. John rocks up. Yep, 1 minute. 0.215. Yes! Legend! Legendary, mate. Fucking legend. There was one case that one of my mates, he pretty much passed out, but his 2 other friends grabbed him by the belt, dragged him to the machine, stuck the dollar in, grabbed his head and just went, just blow, Barry, just blow. He blows. .45. Technically should be dead. He won. His prize, we all bought him beer. Because that's what we do in Australia. We're alcoholics. So, now you know a little bit of Australia. Who wants to go? Were you not paying attention? Did you not hear the stories? The kangaroos, the koalas? Fine. Well, for me, I kind of got bored with it though. Australia became boring. So I decided to leave. And I came to exotic Russia. Now, the good thing, I moved to Moscow. And Moscow, I have to say, is nicely situated. It's really close to Europe, right? Like last year, I actually wanted to come around here during summer. But we didn't end up doing it because it was cheaper to go to Greece. Because for some reason, that's the way it works. But the thing was, so I did. And the best part about it is I get to travel a lot. Because Australia, like Russia, is a big country. It's not as big as Russia, but it is a big country. But the thing is, you have borders. You have other countries that are right next to you that you can just go. You can visit Mongolia, China. Vladivostok can go to North Korea. I don't know. But, so, you know, you get to go to these little places. But Australia, it's just a fucking island. With water. You catch a plane, you go 3 hours in one direction, you're still over Australia. You go in the wrong direction, you're somewhere over the Pacific Ocean. And God forbid if you run out of fuel. You know, could you imagine the airline pilot? Excuse me. We managed to take a wrong turn at Sydney. We should have turned right towards Perth, but instead we turned left. We are now somewhere over the Pacific Ocean. We've run out of fuel. We're kind of fucked. If you're religious, please start praying. If you're an atheist, the whiskies are free. Knock yourselves out. And if you're agnostic, make a choice for once in your fucking life. So, you know, that's what it's like. So for me, I loved like moving here because when I go on holidays, everything is so close. I mean, if you go to Europe, they're tiny countries. They're tiny little things that you can barely say. It's like, I'm in Spain, I'm in France, I'm in Spain, I'm in France, I'm in Spain. Italy, Spain, France, Germany, Austria, Poland. No, Czech, Slovakia. And then I'll go, oh, fuck. Sorry, Luxembourg. Yeah, fuck them. Who cares? It's Luxembourg. Has anyone been to Venice, by the way? Has anyone ever been to Venice? No, yes? Yes? Do you think it's a beautiful city? It's absolutely beautiful, isn't it? It's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Would you say it's an exciting, fun city? No. Yeah! No, it's not, is it? Yeah, see, that was my mistake. I went there. And I don't know, maybe it's because I you know, all those stories about old Venice, where, you know, merchants and sailors and the smell of spices on the streets, and you had like Casanova was from there, you know, he was bouncing from place to place, gondola to house, having sex, back on the gondola, into another house, having sex, back on the gondola, probably having sex there as well while looking up at a building going, oh no, you're fraud, it's totally fine. She break your fraud. We have threesome, yes, come on, I'm gonna go to that, let's go. You know, all this sort of thing, beautiful, you know, pickpockets, running around, bar fights. I expected, you know, syphilis and chlamydia to be walking hand in hand down the street, romantically staring into each other's eyes. You know, that's the Venice that I want. But no. Venice is dead. It's just a really beautiful cemetery. Really. It's gorgeous, it's fantastic. But it's completely different. I mean, all those, you know, exotic people from different parts of the world, well, yeah, they're kind of still there. It's evolved. Now it's just a bunch of tourists who just flock and crowd everything. And if you want to move from one piazza to another, you just find yourself two fat Americans, open up your shoulders, tuck in your legs, and they'll carry you all the way. When you finally find your spot, put in your shoulders, duck, roll, pop up, St. Marco's Piazza. Fantastic. And when you go to buy the food, it's freaking expensive. And they even charge you for cutlery. A knife and a fork. €2. Every meal, my girlfriend and I got charged €4 for using their knife and fork. I should have brought mine from Russia. But apparently the pickpockets had just evolved into restaurateurs. So they were stealing money. But I was like, but there's no, prostitutes. There's none of this life that you see in the bar fights. Where is all this shit? And so I went to use, at one point, we were finishing a trip, we had to buy one of those tickets for the bus, the little boat motorway things. So we went to pay. And the thing charges you like €20 for 1 day. A 1 day pass. And at this point I was like, holy crap. I was like, right. So I plug in my options. And I had my 20. And the moment I hit OK, I went to check. And that thing just went. And it just took the 20 from my hand. I was like, what the? And my girlfriend was looking at me going, is it the right option? I'm like, I don't know. I didn't see it. I think it was. I was like, and it popped out. I was like, Christ. So I picked up. I said, okay, your turn, honey. Give me the 20. I'll hold the 20 and I'll stand behind you. She gives me the 20. I'm like, no, give me the whole freaking purse. So at this point, she goes in, she makes her options. I'm like, did you check it? She went, yeah. Double check it. Yes. Triple check it. Yes, it's totally fine. I'm like, okay, here's the 20. And she holds it. And I swear, a distance of this far, that machine just went. And I went, she went, oh my God, did you see how that thing sucked? And I went, yeah, there still are prostitutes in Venice. It's freaking lovely. But it's a lovely place, Venice, overall. But, I also like being here in Russia. I like seeing, that's why this year I was like, screw this. I'm going to see the rest of Russia. I'm going to do the Trans-Siberian all the way to Vladivostok. I'm going to stop at different places. I'm going to see Irkutsk. So, I get to see these lovely places and things like that. But it's actually been a little bit difficult living in Russia because my Russian sucks. And it's gotten a little bit better, but not good enough. And I've had a lot of difficulties. I remember the first day I arrived, I needed to buy a towel. And it was a little bit difficult because I didn't even know the word for towel, and I hadn't got my SIM card, so I couldn't have a translator or anything. So I went looking all the way in the shops, all around the area, and I couldn't see anything at all. And then I finally find this little indoor marketplace, and I walk in, and all it is these little stalls with these old women, babushkas, everywhere. And I was like, okay. So I went up to one lady, and I saw something in a package that looked like the right material, which we call terry toweling, and I was like, okay, it looks like that sort of cottony, mulling, I don't know, shit stuff. It'll do. And I thought, is this a towel? Stop. A towel that you have when you want to have a shower? Da 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 da. Yeah? And I'm doing this whole little dance in front of her, and this woman, stone cold face. And I thought, finally, she's got it. Because I didn't know what the hell that meant at the time. I thought she meant, I have a towel. She walks over, around the corner. I'm like, okay, here we go. And she comes back with another babushka. Just looks at me and goes, you sure? Okay? At this point, I look like the most flamboyant matador of all time. I'm having a shower. It was horrible. Eventually, she just opens up the packet that I pointed at originally, opens it up and just goes, "No?" I'm like, "Yes, that's it. 5 minutes of dancing around. Thank you." I pay her, she overcharges me, I know that for sure. And I finally walk away, and I mutter under my breath, "Thank fuck I wasn't trying to buy condoms or hemorrhoid cream." She then said in English, "That would be funny." She knew the whole freaking time! Love it. So yeah, Russians, you do have a sense of humour. Laugh at the foreign guy. Yeah. But now, as I was saying before, these guys, you know, they did great in doing a comedy act in English for the first time. Because it's really difficult. Because English and Russian are very different grammatically, you know, it's easy to make mistakes. Like, for example, in Russian, you have masculine, feminine, or neutral for different objects and things, right? While in English, everything is just neutral. We just have the one, right? You know, a bank is a bank is a bank is a bank, whatever. You know, dog, 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 everything is an it. But in Russian, it can be masculine or feminine. So I've had students, I once had a student once who, she was looking at me and she went, and she had to make this dialogue, and we were talking about a concert, and she wanted to know the length of the concert. She said, now what she should have said was, "How long does the concert last?" Instead, she says, "How long does he last?" And I laughed. And she said, "Why, what is wrong with this?" No, you can't ask that question. I mean, yeah, you can, but that's what you ask your best friend who's a girl about her new boyfriend. You know, that's the kind of question you ask. It's an it. And she was like, oh, yeah. Because that's the hardest part, explaining to students why they can't say that, right? Why they can't say something. My favorite one, and it happened to me, the best one was, I had a class and I had this girl come in to the class and no one else had come to class. She had a one-on-one lesson with me. And she looked at me and she said, "Is it just us?" And I said, yeah, it's just us. She goes, "Oh, David, I feel myself with great pleasure when I'm alone with you." Yeah, those of you who laughed, you know what's wrong with that sentence. Those of you who don't, I'm going to give you a quick English lesson. I feel myself is very literal. I feel myself with great pleasure when I'm alone with you, David. Did I mention this girl was 13? And I taught her mother in a different class. It was like, why can I not say that? I'm like, ask your mum. I am not going to give you English lessons and sexual education, alright? I like to charge you double. Ask your mother. You know, it's just those awkward. And the other one, it's a very simple one. It's not just Russians. It's everyone who learns English, is the difference between make and do. Right? Make and do. It is a little complicated because there are exceptions. But, in essence, you make means you create. Right? You would create something. Do, you do an activity. Right? So as a teacher, I make the homework for my students. Students, they do it. Right? Pretty simple. Yeah? Then it really confuses me when my Russian friend says, "David, last weekend I make the sex with my girlfriend." I'm not laughing, actually. I'm curious. Please, lad, explain to me, how do you make sex? Because as far as I know, we've been doing it for centuries. Apparently wrong. Lad, how the hell do you do it? I'm just picturing him with his girlfriend going, "Sveta, tonight we make the sex. I will explore the mountains, the plains, the valleys. We will compile reports. At the end of the month, we will write it, and we will share it with friends and family. This will be Russia's gift to the world. How to make sex properly." Very good. Thank you very much, Russia. Yeah. And the other thing is, but you know, I've decided that I was going to learn Russian finally, right? Because I'd originally lived in Russia for 3 years, and it wasn't my plan. And then I moved to Spain, and I lived in Madrid for a year. But unfortunately, fortunately, baby, honey, I met my girlfriend just before I left, my now girlfriend. So we're having a long-distance relationship, and I moved back for her. Not much romantics, are you? Not romantics. You're like, yes, of course, this is expected. You move for the woman. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, no, I'm learning. And I decided I would learn some Russian. So, you know, and I'm really getting confused with the case endings. You know, with little things at the back where you just switch it around. So hence you can juggle with words and just make a sentence like a sentence. Where the fuck's the verb? So, and we were walking around St. Petersburg, and there was this beautiful mural of the globe and a dove, and above it was written Miru Mir. And I went, okay, wait. That's the U is a case ending, right? She goes, yes, the action being done to it. I said, right. So the root word is mir. I'm like, right. She goes, yes. What does mir mean? She goes, it means peace. And I said, then what the hell does the other mir? Like, peace to peace? She goes, no, that means the world. I'm like, wait. So mir in Russian is peace and the world. And she said, yeah, it's actually the same word. I was like, it's so beautiful. Russian is such a beautiful language. The world is it's gorgeous. And then I thought, but, honey, if you were to say, Я хочу мир, what exactly do you want? Do you want peace? Or do you want the world? And she looked at me, and my Russian girlfriend goes, in Russia it's the same. And the other thing, later on I was walking around in St. Petersburg, went to a bookshop, and I recognized the books, a whole bunch of books there. And it had a very famous character, a young boy, a wizard, with a little scar on his forehead. And I was like, oh, right, Harry Potter. But then I read the Cyrillic. And here in Russia, you guys call him Garry Potter. Yeah? Yeah. The weird thing is, in English, both names exist. There is a Harry, there's the name Harry, like Prince Harry. You know, royalty, right? It's Harry. It's a lovely. It's the name of a nice guy who's probably going to be a doctor or a lawyer or a prince. You know. And then you have Garry. Garry is a Liverpool supporter who drinks every Friday night and gets into bar brawls and tells everybody to call him Gaza. Garry is not the name of a young boy wizard, alright? It completely changes the story. You can't have, it just doesn't work. Garry Potter cannot be afraid of Voldemort. Voldemort is afraid of fucking Garry Potter, alright? There would be Voldemort with his henchmen going, his henchmen going, Lord Voldemort, will we not kill Garry Potter this evening? No, let's not do that, no. But it's part of the prophecy, my lord. You must kill Garry Potter. No, fuck that. I'm not doing it. No, he's freaking crazy, that guy. No. But you gave him the scar on the forehead. Yeah, well, actually, that's just what I tell people. What actually happened was I went in there, and he was in his crib, and I went to, kid him, and the little bastard stood up, grabbed his baby bottle, smashed it, and went, "I'll fucking have you, mate. Bring it on, you bastard! Come on!" And then he jumped up, and he bit my fucking nose off. Oh, I thought you could speak mistakes. No, he's a fucking psychopath. No. Let's just wait until he gets older, graduates from school, and And then we can, just wait until he goes to some rave and ODs on ecstasy while shagging some girl from Essex in the toilet or something. Just fuck it, we're not dealing with it. I mean, Garry Potter just does not work in that context. I mean, even his everyday classes, he would be in potions class, mixing his little potion, then he'd be Snape going, Mr. Potter, Garry Potter, what potion are you concocting there? Well, it's a Red Bull, half Jägermeister, 3 fingers of gin and a shot of vodka. And what, pray tell, Mr. Potter, will that concoction achieve? Well, I'm going to give it to Hermione in about 10 minutes. She'll be bouncing on the table, flashing everyone her tits. Very good, Mr. Potter. Make 2 more. I have papers to mark with Miss McGonagall later on. Thank you. You're my best students. But yeah, so it's been a cultural experience being in Russia. But now that it's summer, apparently, a lot of Russians now want me to try the summer food. Because of my Spanish background, they go, wait, you have Spanish roots. You have gazpacho, the cold tomato soup. And I say, yes. Because in Russia, we have a kroshka. What's a kroshka? It's a cold soup. No, that is not a soup. Okay? Soup should not be fizzy. It shouldn't bubble on your tongue. Alright? That's not a soup. That is some guy was having a green salad, drinking a glass of kvass, and the fucker screwed up. And he spilt it into his salad. And when his friends started making fun of him, going, ha ha, you screwed up, he went, no, I meant to do this. This is how Mama makes soup. It's called a kroshka. It is delicious. It is... It's good. It's very good. Very good. Very delicious. Very delicious. Just like Mama make. And you can have it with kefir as well. What the hell is kefir? It's like someone got milk, wanted to make yogurt, and gave up halfway between. and just spoon, drink it, fuck it, whatever. And it was just the weirdest thing. And the other one that I get is chalabiyets. What the fuck is that thing? It's meat suspended in jelly. Your food should not wobble like that. I think the same guy who screwed up the Ikroshka was trying to make a stew, and it was the middle of winter, and he just went, oh shit, it's too hot. I'm going to put it outside to let it cool down on the balcony, and then forgot it. And then when his wife was like, hey, you forgot stew. What? You idiot. He's like, no, I did this on purpose. It's just like my mama makes. You see, it's meant to be eaten cold. Oh, really, Ivan? Eat it. And then he put a shitload of horseradish on it to kill the flavor. Because apparently that's what you're supposed to do. But actually, there is one that is my favorite. And when I first said it, I don't even remember the Russian name. You're going to have to help me with this because I always mess it up. But translation is absolutely brilliant. It's herring in a fur coat. What is the name in Russian? Yeah, that. I love it. The sound of it is like the fanciest fish around. Darling, I've got a herring. It's all shishi, darling. You try me, I'm delicious. I'm gorgeous. You love me. You love me. But the thing is, no one told me what the fuck it was. Now, when I saw it, it was looks like your typical Russian salad, which means full of mayonnaise and really unhealthy. And I was like, I love it. And the people gave it to me. I was at a wedding, and the whole table just went, David, you must try this. Oh, okay, cool. Even my girlfriend was at the table. She could have warned me. Nah, she just sat there going, I'm having flashbacks of my mother at this point, you know. Okay, let's get the dubious. Alright. And I start eating it. And the way, you guys make salads, all these layers. And the thing is, you have like you have the beetroot, and then you have a layer of mayonnaise. And then you have some potato stuff or something. And then it's a layer of mayonnaise. And then some eggs and shit. And then a layer of mayonnaise. And it's all worked in layers. And I was eating it. And I get to, I eating the first part, the beetroot. I'm like, oh, fuck yeah, this is nice. This is delicious. It's kind of sweet. It's mayonnaise. I'm loving it. And then you can see all the Russians are looking at me. I was at a table full of women, and they're all like, he's at layer 1. I keep eating. He's at layer 2. And then finally I hit the bottom. And she just went, what the fuck is this? And I was like, Harry! Why the fuck do you put salty fish in a perfectly nice salad? What is wrong with you? It was Ivan, wasn't it? He fucked up again, didn't he? He was like, there was a dish with some smoked herring and he just put the salad on top without looking. And his wife was like, what is it? It's delicious. I did this on purpose, just for comments. God, yes, delicious. The other thing you guys like to do is dill. It's a delightful herb. Makes everything delicious, doesn't it? You put dill on everything. I've seen dill on frickin' pizza. I don't think the Italians even have dill. But you guys will add it to everything. I once got invited to dinner to a girl's house, and there a piece of chicken and the Mount Everest of dill. I was like, what the hell is that? She goes, that's potatoes. There it was underneath. And yet the pile of dill was still taller. But there is one thing that you just can't mess up. I love from Russia, pelmeni. You can't get it wrong. It's easy, it's delicious. Now, the thing was, when I first came to Russia, I had no idea how to cook pelmeni. I didn't even know what the fuck it was. I just went to the supermarket and went, looks like the love child of ravioli and Chinese dumplings. I'll eat it. I can cook this. So I did. I put it into hot water, salty water. I let it boil. While that was happening, I grabbed a frying pan. I put some olive oil, just like my mama taught me. Get a little bit of bacon, start frying it up. Bit of onion, diced up, cooking it away. Finished boiling, put the pelmeni in, fry it up all together. Added some oregano, a little bit of thyme, some sun-dried tomatoes, maybe a little bit of garlic. There you go. And I started adding all these things. Finally pull it out. I put it into a bowl. Mozzarella cheese grated on top. And a dash of salt. Flavors. I added flavors. Yeah? I made this for my girlfriend one day. She said, I bought some pelmeni. I said, I'm going to cook pelmeni. She went, okay. And she watched me do this. And she went, that's not how you make pelmeni. I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I hope I didn't offend you. Not knowing how to do it the correct Russian way. I said, please, my love, my dear, my precious, my one and only, my darling cucumber. Show me how to make the pelmeni. And she said, okay. And she boiled it. And she served it. And I said, is that it? And she went, one more ingredient. She walks over, she grabs a tub of smetana, and goes, bon appetit. Can I add a little bit more flavor to this or something? She went, sure. Guess what it was? Fucking dill. On everything. But it's an experience. I have now lived a total of 5 years here in Russia. I haven't left. So, obviously you're doing something right, and I'm loving it. And thank you so much for coming. You've been a wonderful, beautiful crowd. Give yourselves a round of applause.